Welcome to Rick's Corner, brought to you by Old School Labs, the brand I trust and the only one I put my name to. Use my code DRASIN12 on the link below.
Welcome to Rick's Corner. The man, the myth, the legend. Now on with the show.
Welcome to Rick's Corner. Today I brought on my chiropractor because he has a lot to talk about. He's a bodybuilder and he knows the body better than anybody. If you have something that goes out, I go right to him and he fixes me within a minute and I'm fine the next day. So it's my pleasure to have Marco Guliano on the show.
Good to see you again, Rick.
Thank you, Marco. You know, a lot of you guys have problems with your lower back, you have problems with your shoulders, your knees. Things just go as you get older. It's like a car where all the nuts and bolts go, you get loose and you end up dropping them on the ground on your way to the gym. I can't imagine how many parts I left going to the gym this morning. But I will say, when my back goes out, my L5, is it? L4?
For you, it's the L5. Now we've moved down to the sacrum.
Just
One segment lower.
We're not going to go too much lower, are we?
That's about it.
So what happens is, when it does go, if I don't catch him the same day, it freezes up on me, and then I have I'm a mess for a week. I have to ice it. It just doesn't go away. So I want to know. I mean, did you compete? You competed.
I did.
What year?
First in 1983,
Mm-hmm.
and the last one was 2001.
So your experience in bodybuilding is huge.
I wouldn't say it's huge.
Well,
it's medium.
Yeah, but you were in good shape.
I'm still in good shape.
No, I know you were always in good shape.
But I never reached the pinnacle of as a competitor.
I don't know. I've seen pictures. You look pretty darn good.
I was okay.
How was your diet?
My diet is excellent. I switched to almost a ketogenic
Yeah,
diet. However, I do eat a little fruit. I disagree with them on that.
I do too.
I do like to eat fruit before the workout to get me through the workout.
Yep. Now,
Other than that, I did increase the fats and I eliminated the starches.
that's pretty much it. Pretty much what you have to do. People that come to see you, a lot of people that train, right?
A lot of people who train, a lot of athletes in various sports.
What is the major injury that you have to deal with? Is it back?
The L5 is the most common.
Is it? You think you can get it from doing squatting?
Squatting, deadlifting, even leg presses, because you're compressing that lumbar spine.
Yeah.
So that L5 disc, that fifth lumbar disc, is the lowest disc in the spine.
Right.
Therefore, it takes the brunt of everything we impose upon it.
And when it goes, everything goes.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't even walk.
You're incapacitated.
Totally. I get S-shaped, my leg won't go, and it's like really weird.
You go in an antalgic lean.
Yep.
And sitting, of course, is the worst.
Yeah.
The research shows sitting is worse than lifting.
I'll tell you what worked for me was laying on a hardwood floor.
Yeah.
Straight. It just seemed to, when I got up, I felt great for about the first 10 minutes, and then the world came to an end again. What is the next thing? Would it be neck?
I would say upper thoracic vertebrae,
Yeah.
due to all the computer work everybody does.
Oh, yeah. That
They
don't work.
engage in forward head carriage, and then the shoulders droop,
Yeah. I'm guilty of that.
followed by the lower cervical spine, the neck.
And what does that affect?
So people get migraine headaches, they get cluster or tension headaches. If the atlas subluxates, then they really have trouble.
I've had
They
that.
can get, when it pinches the vagus nerve,
Mhm.
they become vertigo.
Yeah.
They get vertigo.
I've known when you've set mine, that thing will pop down the street.
Oh yeah,
It's loud.
the neighbors hear it. But
Now, a lot of people have shoulder injury.
you see a lot of rotator cuff problems.
There's a lot of rotator cuff, and that's due to what? I mean, my
That's-
ex-wife has it, and she doesn't work out, but she's going to have surgery.
That is due to the nature of that joint, Rick. It's just it's a precarious joint.
Very complex, right?
Yes, and it's only held together by the four rotator cuff muscles and tendons.
Yeah.
So it takes a lot of abuse. So think about it, even painters, construction guys,
Oh,
they get a lot of shoulder injuries due to that, the work that they do.
I'm at a point now just to reach out for a glass. It's like, oh shit, that hurts so bad.
You and I have the arthritis in
Yeah.
the shoulder.
Yeah. But however, I can go to the gym and do laterals and all my shoulder work, and it's a little painful, but I get through it.
You get through it.
But then reach for something. It's like
It's
I feel like
very stiff.
I feel like a dinosaur.
It is.
And some days are worse than others.
Some days are horrible for me.
It could be the weather.
The weather and I would say maybe diet and our water intake. We need to really hydrate and stretch.
Well, you're right about the hydrate because I'm doing Lasix and I've lost a lot of water. I measure it from the hospital flask I have, and I lost in 2 days. I lost 3 quarts of water.
Wow.
And I can see the swelling in my hands and feet going way down. However, it has a tendency to dehydrate me, right?
And the joints become stiff.
The joints become stiff and everything starts to hurt. So I've been mixing Pedialyte with my water
Good.
to get the electrolytes.
And I really love that CBD oil that you gave me.
Oh, it's great.
So I think that we can combat the joint problems and stiffness with that, and with the joint comfort herbs,
Like,
boswellia, turmeric, and ginger.
well, I can
There's a
do
form-
2 of those. I can't do turmeric. It really upsets my stomach.
Yeah, it's tough on the stomach.
It's tough on the stomach, but I know that it works for some people. What about the glucosamine and chondroitin? Do you think they're worth anything?
I combine not the chondroitin. The molecule is too big,
Okay.
so I use the glucosamine with MSM,
MSM.
and then the joint comfort herbs in one supplement.
Yeah.
It
Helps.
comes in one formula and it helps.
Okay.
It really does. And if you want a bottle, I'll get one.
I would love a bottle.
Okay, I'll get
But
you
I
a
think
bottle.
you're right about the dehydration because the joints dry out.
I do. Especially when you get older.
Yeah.
And we train all the time, so it's important. It's imperative for us to hydrate all day.
Yeah, I've noticed that, not that I'm getting old. Chronologically, I'm getting older for sure. Mentally, I'm not. Mentally, I'm still 14.
That's right.
And physically, if I didn't have injuries, I'd feel great. But I noticed that how we used to train years ago, now I space it out and I take about every 3rd day off.
That's smart. We always overtrain.
Always overtrain.
You and I always discuss that. We overtrain like crazy.
Well, yeah, you don't want to miss a day, and to me, it's just what I do every day, regardless of where I am and what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to the gym. It's just like a habit, and even if I go to the gym and just ride the bike, I'm at the gym. And it's an addiction in some ways, but it's a good addiction
Right.
because I think it gives you peace of mind and relieves stress and all that. But over a period of time, I don't recover like I did. So if I take every 3rd day off, I seem to recover better. A good night's sleep can do wonders.
That's imperative.
Yeah,
The sleep.
the sleep is so important.
At least 6 hours.
Yeah.
Unless you're a freak and you only need 4.
I can do 6 to 7. I mean, if I go over 9, or I don't go 9. If I go over 8, then I'm too tired.
Right.
It's too much sleep. Even a nap in the afternoon, I never used to take naps. Now I do 10 minutes. If I do a half hour, forget about it. I'm in another zone. I woke up the other day, I didn't even know where I was. Where am I? What day is it? I mean, honestly, didn't know. I
Really?
yelled for my mom to come in the other room, and she died 10 years ago.
Disoriented.
Oh my God. So, how often should a person see a chiropractor?
That's a great question, and everybody is different. I find my maintenance is once a week.
Yeah.
Due to all the football injuries that I incurred and the weightlifting injuries, I need once per week. Some people need every other week. Some people need once per month.
Yeah, it depends on the person.
It's all contingent upon what has happened to you in the past
Mm-hmm.
and what your condition is now.
Mm-hmm.
Some people are very heavy migraine sufferers,
Yeah.
and with the good Atlas adjustment, I get them better, but they need it.
I guess I'm very fortunate. I don't get headaches at all.
That's good. I'm a migraine sufferer. So,
I don't get headaches, but and I never used to get lower back pain. The only reason from using this cane, like I told you earlier, that leaning forward on that cane has made my lower back tired.
Right. But you remember when, back in 2000, 19 years ago,
Yeah.
I told you, I came to you in the gym, you were in an antalgic lean, your L5 was out.
Yeah.
And I said, Rick, stop going to those jabronis, come see me. I'll get you better.
I did.
And I put you on that Gonstead knee chest table
Yeah.
and set that L5 home.
Oh boy, you hit it right.
Because they were never touching it.
No, they were doing the lumbar roll.
Right.
And then
Roll and pray.
Yeah, it didn't work for me. This
No.
what you do works for me. You're the only one that can actually adjust me. I know that several people have a hard time moving me around, hitting my vertebrae right. You know, it just wouldn't go.
Well, it's easy if you have the right equipment.
I know.
The right technique.
I know, and I think if you train hard and if you see a chiropractor, like you said, once every 2 weeks or so, it'll keep your body in check better. Everything works better.
But I think, again, it's the Gonstead technique that saved my life as an athlete. That's why I became one. It inspired me to do the Gonstead work, and it's not easy.
What's the technique what's that compared to? As far as you're going to compare it to another technique, what would it be?
There's no comparison.
But what's the alternative they do?
Diversified, which is crap, which they were doing on you.
Yeah, you know, it's like they were doing it's just a lot of talking and moving around, and it just wasn't working.
Because they're not adjusting a specific joint.
Yeah.
Okay, they're just doing general manipulations that do not work.
That's too bad.
And that's the difference between Gonstead and all the others.
On your diet, the keto diet is pretty much a bodybuilding diet.
It is.
It's
increased monounsaturated fats.
Yeah.
Protein is the same.
Yeah. And no
All
carbs.
We're eliminating the starches.
Mm-hmm.
We're eating a lot of complex carbs in the form of vegetables.
Yeah.
Lots of greens.
Mm-hmm.
And again, olive oil, avocado, raw nuts, and raw almond butter, or cashew butter, whatever you like.
Someone told me if you eat 3 walnuts a day, that's enough omegas.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't realize that. I mean, I like walnuts. But I noticed that, you know, I had a hard time moving last week a little bit. I was a little swollen since I had my leg done, and I had a little swelling in my calf, and holding water everywhere, it's just hurt to move more. Now, in the past 3 days when I lost all this water, I got up today and I walked around with like no pain. I'm like, I feel freedom, like the water's gone. Because
What do you attribute it to?
the Lasix, number one.
There has to be something else.
That and I'm taking a thing called metolazone, which I got from a cardiologist. He says take a half one before your Lasix and you get rid of all that water. And I think some of it's coming from my heart not pumping properly,
Right.
because my ejection fraction is really low. But this is what happens with age. I said it's my heart is not working properly. Somebody asked me, they said, why? I said, because I shared my heart with too many women and they didn't leave me much to work with.
So that's working well.
I feel better. I don't know if my heart's working well. I'm going to go back in about 2 weeks and find out where we're at because I'm on pills for it. But I feel okay.
Right.
My ejection fraction is 29%. It's supposed to be 65%. And then I talked to somebody who was at 10%, which is like really low. But they were still functioning okay. They didn't really notice much. But I think I get a little tired. Yeah, I think it makes me a little tired.
Right. As the day progresses.
Yeah. Yeah. Overall, I'm fine. But seeing you for my my injuries and my pinched nerves has helped quite a bit.
Well, that's great. I think you should get it more often.
I will. And so now, if these viewers want to reach you, where can they
Oh.
find?
So it's Guliano Chiropractor Clinic,
Mm-hmm.
111 North Victory Boulevard, Burbank, California.
Mm-hmm.
It's 818-558-4030. And online, it's drgchiro.com.
Yeah, I'll put that up. But the thing is, if you're a bodybuilder and you're a weightlifter, Marco's the guy to see because that's his history of bodybuilding and weightlifting. He knows the body well enough to adjust you. You go to somebody who has never done that, they're not going to tell you, they're not going to know what to do. It's just not the same treatment. You know, it's like doctors I go to for certain things, and I tell them, let's try this, and they said, oh, okay, that's a good idea, because they don't have them, don't know. I told my cardiologist to give me some pills for my heart, and I was taking them. I said, I don't like these. They make me tired and I don't feel well. I saw an ad on TV for Entresto, which is supposed to help your heart rate. It's supposed to help your blood veins, and it's good for congestive heart
He
failure.
didn't know.
He knew, and when I told him, he's a very smart guy. I said, what if I took that? He said, well, I'm not sure you need it. I said, but you told me you want to raise my heart rate and you want to open the arteries. He says, all right. He says, I'll give you a prescription. Just try it for a month and see how you feel. But I had to suggest it.
Of course.
So I've been on it a month, and I think it's okay. You know, I think it works okay.
But you shouldn't actually have to suggest.
I do this with every doctor I go to. I hold their hand and tell them exactly what I want, and I make them write a prescription. Arnold used to do that with Joe Weider. He used to go out to Joe Weider's office, and he said, Joe, I need a check. And Joe says, you know, I don't have enough money. He says, you got plenty of money. And he would pull a checkbook out of Joe's pocket, and he'd fill it out. He said, okay, sign it. But Arnold, you got me over a barrel. Sign the check. And that's how he got paid. I was standing right next to him when he did it. Boy, he was very forceful about it.
Joe.
So you got to do the same thing with doctors. I mean, no discredit to them. A lot of them know a lot of stuff. But if you don't suggest, they don't think about it. They give you 15 minutes and then they're off to another room.
Yeah.
That's just how it's become nowadays. And they don't want to take insurance too much because the Medicare doesn't pay them anything. It gives them like $12.
Because of Obamacare.
Yeah. But if you take that 15 minutes and really work and squeeze them like a sponge and get every information out of them, you'll get exactly what you want.
It's too bad.
I'm squeezing all the information I can. You're almost like a dried up sponge walking out of here.
That's too bad. You have to do that.
I know. Well, thank you, Marco, for coming over and giving me your time.
Rick, it's an honor.
You people, if you really want a good treatment as a chiropractor and you live in the area, you go see Marco. He'll hook you up really well. And tell him Rick sent you.
Thanks.
My pleasure.
Good to see you.
See y'all next time. Stay tuned for traffic and weather and the freeway report. It's coming up next.
Hey everybody, I just wanted to introduce you to my new clothing line, Gym Bums of California. It's at YeahIWorkout.com, YIWO.com. I have this and 2 other designs plus shorts, tank tops, there's hoodies, there's all kinds of stuff. These are my designs from the 1980s that we brought back, a whole new Rick Racing collection. Go to YIWO.com, order it, you can order direct. They're all brand new with my signature, and you'll love it. Thank you.
Hope you enjoyed the video brought to you by Old School Labs. Use my discount code DRASIN12 on the link below at oldschoollabs.com. Hey everyone, now you can have the Gold's Gym logo drawn by me, the artist Rick Drasin, personalized and made out to you and signed by me to frame and put on your gym wall or wherever you see fit to do so. It's a piece of bodybuilding history. It will never be duplicated again. It's the largest selling icon t-shirt logo in the world. And I'm the guy that drew it, and I will draw it for you. Just go to my website, rickdrasin.com, and order there. You can pay through PayPal, and it'll be sent out right away. And be sure to watch Rick's Corner for all the videos on bodybuilding, nutrition, fitness, pro wrestling, and anything that suits your interests as far as getting physically fit and being the best you can be from the golden era of bodybuilding.
It's Rick Drasin. He's the equalizer, baby. See you next time.